Okay guys, here we go with some hints for homework sheet 4. I'm doing it in school, so you might hear that machine banging outside, but we'll just try and get through it anyway. So, first question, calculate the resultant vector, or the resultant force. The resultant is basically where we add up all the previous vectors that we've got. So just simply is take vector u, add on vector v, and then add on vector w. Second question, similar type of question, but we've got to work out what 2p is, first of all. So double the -3, double the 4, then we're going to add on 3 lots of q, and that's going to give us the resultant vector, and then we're going to look at the little vertical lines, and these little vertical lines means we need to work out the magnitude. So the next stage is to do like a wee Pythagoras question, so take each of these numbers and square them, add them up, square root to get your final answer. Okay, it shouldn't work out, so just leave it as a third. The calculator. Question 3. Well, we know the process for solving these questions. First thing we do is factorise. Second thing we do is the brackets are equal to 0. The third thing we do is we work out each bracket. So looking specifically at 2x squared minus 18, how do we factorise that? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 out as a common factor. So it's going to be 2 bracket equals 0, and then I'm going to factorise into 2 separate brackets, which is going to give me my 2 answers. The second one, a wee bit easier, straight into the factorising into the 2 brackets, and then tell me what the 2 answers are. Question 4, simultaneous equations. I would imagine most people are trying to get these numbers the same. So the first one I'm just going to times by 1, in other words I'm going to leave it alone. 4x plus 3y is equal to 6. The second one I'm going to multiply by 3. So 3 lots of 2x minus 3 lots of y is 3 times 8. Do your big add or take away. Work out what x is. Don't forget to also work out what y is. Question 5. Fractions. BODMAS, BIDMAS says we do this part first of all. So 3 1/3 take away 1 3/4. 3 take away 1 is equal to 2. Now get a bottom number that this 3 in the denominator and this 4 in the denominator both divide into, which will be 12. Work out the new top numbers, get your answer, and then once you've done all that, then you're going to do 2/5 times, because that's what off means in mathematics, whatever this answer is. Turn it top heavy, couple of numbers cancel, and you'll have your final answer. Question 6. Now that is the question which uses the formula x equals -b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, so work out what a is, work out what b is, work out what c is, and you get that from these positions here. Put them in the formula. Remember, the unrounded answer is required first of all, and then you can write down what x is and x is according to the degree of accuracy in the question, one decimal place. Just as a wee reminder also, when you're doing the line on your calculator, you press the equals button before you do the divide. That's important. Question 7, rationalise the denominator. Now we did these during the lockdown. Whatever is on the bottom, you need to introduce that to the top, and you need to introduce it to the bottom. Okay? multiply the bottom out, simplify the bottom, you should get things that cancel. Now 3 over 6, first thing I would do with this question, I would change this question to 1 over the square root of 8. 1 over 2 times the square root, sorry, because 3 divides into 6 twice. I would cancel that fraction down first of all. And then I would put a root 8 on the top and put a root 8 on the bottom. Okay, I would multiply these two together, simplify it, and then times my answer by 2. Question 8, I've done a few of these now. First thing we work out is a gradient, using the gradient formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, remember this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2. Okay, so I'm going to put 7, take away 7, over 5, take away 2. Work out what my gradient is. Pick one of the points, put it back into the formula, y minus b equals mx minus a. Okay, there's also a wee trick to this one. Let's see if you can spot, but using this formula you should get your answer coming out. And that's us. Hopefully not too bad this week.